Hello, I'm Ayako Sekiguchi from Wellness Kitchen. This time, I'll be sharing a recipe for a very popular series, a completely plant-based meal. A completely balanced meal is a food that contains all the essential nutrients needed to maintain good health, similar to a meal replacement. Most of them are processed foods. But this time it's almost a completely balanced meal. I was counting on eggs and broccoli. With just these two ingredients, you can get all the nutrients you need for one meal. It's simple and delicious. Let me introduce the recipe. I'll also introduce a cooking method that increases the nutritional value of broccoli, so please watch until the end. This is how to make a complete nutrition meal. Broccoli egg. Here are the ingredients for 1 serving, 1 portion of broccoli and 2 eggs, and then olive oil. For seasoning, just use salt and pepper. That's all you need for the ingredients. It contains 0.77 ounces of protein. This covers more than a third of your daily requirement. The protein you get in the morning helps you recover from fatigue and boost your performance throughout the day, so it's an essential nutrient you want to make sure to get. So first, broccoli and collard greens. I'll cut them into small pieces, wash them well, and get them ready. If you start peeling from the end, the fibers will come off from the cross-section and the texture will become stringy, so that's how it feels. They're in a small leafy state, so I gently separate and wash them thoroughly. I divided the broccoli into small florets and washed them carefully. This time, instead of leaving them as they are, I want to use a cooking method that brings out the natural flavor of the broccoli, so I cut them to create more cross-sections. There are ways to cut broccoli to increase the number of cross-sections like this. For example, you can also cut them lengthwise like this. You can also cut them horizontally like this. If you cut the base of the florets too much, they'll fall apart and become crumbly, so be careful. If you just include a little bit of the stem and separate the leaves as you cut, it won't fall apart as much. By cutting it like this, the cell walls of the broccoli break down, which helps release more of the compound called isothiocyanate. Isothiocyanate is beneficial, right? If you eat it raw, some of the isothiocyanate is converted by the enzymes inside. But by cutting it like this and letting it sit for 4 or 5 minutes, even more of the beneficial compounds are released. The amount of isothiocyanate will increase even more. Also, after cutting it like this, if you wash it too much, the water-soluble nutrients will escape. This time, I'm making it without any special cooking methods. Also, by cooking it with oil, you can increase the absorption of fat-soluble nutrients. So I want to try that. For broccoli, I'm making a single serving with just half a head. But even with just that, broccoli contains enough folic acid for 1 egg. It contains more than about 0.24 ounces of protein, so among vegetables, it's actually quite high in protein. That's probably why a lot of people who are into fitness or bodybuilding eat broccoli. It makes sense when you think about it. It should feel like this. After cutting, let it sit for about 4 to 5 minutes. Now, I'd like to talk about the nutritional value of broccoli and eggs. 1 serving has about 294 kilocalories, 0.77 ounces of protein, 0.63 ounces of carbohydrates, and 0.27 ounces of dietary fiber. It's a low-carb, high-protein recipe. If you add rice or bread, the calories will go up to around 500 kilocalories, so for those who aren't dieting, it becomes an ideal meal. Broccoli contains all the essential amino acids except for vitamin B and vitamin B12. Among vegetables, it's especially rich in protein, and it also contains plenty of minerals like calcium and magnesium, making it a well-balanced food. Broccoli is a superior vegetable. It's one of the best vegetables among those cooked in oil. It has many unique properties and beneficial components like isothiocyanates. Among wild vegetables, it especially enhances the liver's detoxification abilities. It's a component that's also noted for its antioxidant effects and its potential in cancer prevention. eggs contain almost all the nutrients except for vitamin C and dietary fiber, so they're a perfect match with plant-based foods that can supplement those. You can also get vitamin B12 from eggs, making them one of the strongest combinations. Plus, eggs are a familiar ingredient, so I encourage you to use them often. Now, let's make broccoli eggs, starting with olive oil. You can use your preferred oil, that's totally fine. The heat should be medium but a little on the lower side. And then add about 1 tablespoon of water. Let it steam for a little while. Unlike using water, this method prevents the broccoli's nutrients from leaching out, so you can keep all the nutrients in the broccoli as they are. You can also use the oil together with the nutrients. It also helps your body absorb the nutrients better. While the broccoli is heating, beat the eggs. Eggs are an ingredient that are often associated with cholesterol. However, nowadays, it's actually known that the lecithin in eggs can help lower cholesterol, so you don't have to worry too much. As an ingredient, eggs are now considered something you don't really need to worry about when it comes to cholesterol. It's generally accepted that eating about 2 eggs a day is not a problem, so I think it's fine to use 2 eggs in the morning if you want. Also, even if it's still a bit soft, I'll heat it up a little more. Let's take a look at it. Try eating the stem part of the broccoli too. If you like it a little firmer, it's fine to leave it like this. But if you prefer it softer, just add a little water and heat it a bit more. Now that it's cooked to your liking, I'll add the eggs. It's perfectly fine to coat the broccoli too if you like. I turned the heat up a little. Then I'll adjust the flavor with some soy sauce. As for how hard you want your eggs, it's up to your preference, but I personally like them a little softer, so I'll stop the heat here. It's delicious just like this, but it's also really good if you add things like ketchup, so I recommend trying that too. The broccoli egg is finished. Broccoli egg. I want to pass on the taste just as it is, so I haven't changed anything or added anything special. It's just the same as always. The broccoli's crunchiness is left just right, and it goes really well with the fluffy texture of the eggs. The flavor is simple but delicious. Of course, you can add a little ketchup if you like, and that will change the taste a bit and make it even more delicious. This isn't just for breakfast. It's also great as a side dish for a bento, of course. It's also highly recommended as a protein supplement after exercise. Please give it a try. This time I'm going to introduce the ultimate broccoli egg, which is a nearly complete nutritional food. By combining eggs and broccoli, you can supplement each other's lacking nutrients. Both are excellent sources of nutrition, so with just these 2 ingredients, you can have a nutritious meal. The balance is perfect, so please give it a try. This broccoli egg is also delicious as a sandwich ingredient, so I highly recommend it. Please try it out. Thank you so much for watching until the end. That's all for now. Let's meet again in another video. Thank you very much for watching.